Hello, everybody. We are live, I guess. Can you check, please? Okay. Yeah, I think we're live. So, welcome to our Q&A, and this is a Polywog edition. Our guest for today is the creator of the trading card game called Polywog.
Hello,
And
everyone.
let's welcome Keven Madden. Hi, how are you, Kevin?
I'm doing all right. That little stuff right now, all the pollen and everything flying around. Looks like it's snowing here, so
Uh,
we're in trouble
yeah.
with that. But
So
otherwise, pretty good.
that's good. That's good. So, how's your building construction going?
Well, I'm in here. I've been in here for a little while. As you can see, though, I haven't painted. That's just drywall and plaster because it's takes time to paint, and I gotta stop working to paint and move everything. And I just it's gonna be like this for a little while.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I have a series of questions from the community because they have asking some of them in the Discord.
Yes.
So I asked them to post questions on the channel, hashtag questions on Discord, and I'm gonna read it for them.
Okay.
So I will read some of the comments. For you guys, please comment on the hashtag questions in the Discord, which is you can see right here. You see that my mouse, and there are some people here are posting questions, so I will read those. Let me bring up my questions here. Okay, so here we go. At JTS Kings 89, the question is, what is the update on Easter promo?
Those things are they're currently in transit somewhere. They're coming. That set has been giving me so many headaches and so much trouble. It's like a cursed set at this point, really. The creating the arts and making the cards and sending it and everything was all good,
Mm-hmm.
but as soon as I sent them to be produced, we started having troubles. There was multiple print delays. Then there was issues with banks and bouncing payments back and forth because my bank didn't like paying China, so I had to switch banks and do some weird stuff with that. And then there was the COVID delays which caused more production delays. And now they're in transit somewhere. I'm just waiting for them to arrive, which should be any day. They really should be here any day.
Okay, so there's excuse me, there are some delays that's coming from China, correct?
There was a lot of delays, yeah.
Oh
But
yeah, I understand.
like I said, those things were sent in to be printed and everything way before Easter, so they should have been they had plenty of time to be done on time. But just I don't know what it was with that set, but nothing went right. Everything that could go wrong went wrong, and there was just so many delays. Believe me, it caused me a lot of headaches. I was on the phone with banks and all kinds of stuff like every day for like 2 weeks straight trying to get stuff figured out. So they should be here soon.
Okay, that's good. At least you just have to wait for that, and probably it will be take more days or weeks. What do you think?
They should be here any day. So I'm hoping hopefully the week, and then I can start shipping them out. So after I start shipping them, then it's usually a few days before people get them. So hopefully very, very, very soon.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right. So here's a question from Shadows. Information on the starter decks from the KS. Will there be unique cards from the base set, KS symbol on them?
They will have the Kickstarter symbol on them. Um, they will have a notation on the bottom. So there will be the Kickstarter set, and then there'll also be something that notes that they are part of a deck. That way they're not part of the main set, so you know that they're different, but not too much different. They're not going to have like different artworks, different borders, or anything crazy. So there will be a way to tell they're different, but just like a little symbol or something
Mm-hmm.
on the bottom. Those are behind though. I'm gonna have to ship those out after the boxes because they're just not gonna work out being shipped right away. There's delays with those, and they're just gonna have to be printed afterwards.
So in the unique card, everything, right? In the box, the cards, the pack, there are all labels of KS, right?
Yeah, the pack arts and everything. There will be the Kickstarter symbol, which is the same with the Kickstarter set. That way, you know they're different from when the main set comes out. But then there's also going to be something that notes that they are. Well, no, the pack there won't be because it's a deck. There won't be any packs in the
Mm-hmm.
deck box. It's just going to be a deck. But the cards themselves will be marked.
Okay. Um, These questions are consolidated by AC Fost. So thank you, AC Fost. And these are the questions addressing concerns about MG cards grading Polywog. Are there any other grading services that have been reached out, like PSA or BGS?
There was one other company I spoke to. It wasn't one of the two big ones. It was a different. It was a smaller company. They were pretty well known. I can't remember which one it was now. They're moving up in the ranks. They sent me some forms to sign to fill out and everything, so should be in the process with that one. But PSA and Beckett CGC, I haven't reached out to any of those. I know for a fact CGC is not going to pick it up. They're just very strict. They barely grade anything right now. PSA and Beckett, I will have to try to get out to them. But as for MG Cards doing it, and I know a lot of people express concerns with that, thinking there's going to be issues.
Yeah.
But um, that's why I waited so long to actually go ahead and decide to do it. It shouldn't be an issue as far as I'm concerned because I do Pokemon and Digimon and all the other things, and I sell those and collect those personally too. I mean, I've got a bunch of cards here for myself with those, and I don't grade them any differently. The individual I'm training to help me grade, has no reason to do anything like that. And once people see cards going out with grades, they'll see that there's no difference between the way they're being graded with anything else. There's no favoritism or anything being done.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We have a question from Gamers Video right there. Polywog TCG when it begin to delivery in the month. In what month?
The booster boxes are scheduled to start shipping out this month. It's gonna be late this month though, so they should still be coming in June, just late June. Like I said, I didn't
That's good.
mention that in a update on Kickstarter a few weeks ago, maybe. Said they're going to be shipping out in waves. I'm not going to ship uh, thousands and thousands of boxes in one day. It's just it can't happen. So it's going to be over weeks of time getting them shipped out, which a lot of people do. So
Okay. Then we have a what is being done to advertise the game aside from the one YouTuber that recently posted a video like the marketing side of this.
I have reached out to a lot of channels and stuff trying to get people to advertise these. I've actually paid for a lot of ads over the time. Um, Polywog will be featured today again on another YouTube channel, GTC Cards.
Mm-hmm.
They have over 25,000 subs, and
Nice.
their videos get usually, I think the average was 50,000 views per
Okay.
video. So that happens today sometime. So hopefully that gets some traction there. And I'm still working on reaching out to more people and stuff. So
And how have you reached out the MTG guy Rudy?
no, I don't think so.
No. So are you planning to contact him? Because I
What,
think he has a 300 or yeah, 300K.
what was it again?
Alpha Investments.
Alpha. Oh, okay. Okay, I've heard of that.
Yeah, Alpha Investments. He's doing trading card games like Flesh and Blood, MTG, Pokemon,
He,
and some other things. And also,
I believe somebody mentioned it before. I just never got around to it, and then I completely forgot. So I will check into that here in a little bit.
Tolarian College. What was that? Tolarian College Community.
Okay.
Yeah. He has around how much was that? I think 600K.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe they can help us out.
It gets tricky with the bigger the channels get, the harder they are to get a hold
Yes,
of,
that's correct.
and then they really don't want to do anything. They're like, nope, what I'm doing here is perfectly fine. I'm not doing anything else. So it
Yeah,
gets tricky with the bigger channels.
yeah, but it doesn't hurt
But I'm gonna
to
try.
check. Yeah.
I've been trying.
All right. So, regarding conventions, what is Polywog's game plan there? Will Polywog be at any convention this year?
As of right now, I don't have any plans because that takes a lot of time to travel and money and everything, and it just gets tough. I really want to make it to one. I'm gonna try and get to at least one or so. Hopefully, um, soon I get things moving a little better because right now it's hard. Like I said, I've been reaching out to a lot of channels and advertising and trying to get the word out there, but everything's kind of slowed down. It's hard for me to get. I'm not really getting a lot of traction, so I do need to get to these shows. It's just getting the time and everything to do it.
Mhm. And if you need some help, let me know because we have a great community and we can probably, with some members there, they can help us as
Okay.
well, right? So,
Yes.
yeah. And is the website still being worked on? The card list hasn't been completed yet.
Yeah, I do have a completed card list. I need to update all that. It's just like I said, doing everything here is like I said, I'm working on training somebody to work at MG Cards and help me with that aspect. And then once he's ready there, he's gonna be able to start helping me with Polywog soon too. It's I got so much going on. I'm still mostly doing everything as one person, so it's extremely hard to keep up.
Yeah, yeah, again, I suggest that you probably ask the community.
Yeah,
Maybe, so yeah, they're willing to do it, and I am willing to help you as well. Yeah, and gameplay, are people play testing the game?
I have sent out playtest sets, which are like this one here. I've got one myself here.
Mm-hmm.
I sent some of those out. Um, and then I also playtest myself. I've been teaching a few people around here to play so we can get some word and everything. Everything's been pretty good. And I know later on there's going to be a questions. I looked through your questions quickly. I didn't like go through them too crazy because
Yeah,
um,
there's so
I didn't have
many.
a lot of time this morning. Anyway, there wasn't too many changes that need to be made for the print cards. There was a few. There was a couple cards that the text just didn't work right. Like I felt some things were just weird, like the card wasn't going to be used or things. So there was a few changes, which is going to answer a later question, but not too many changes.
Uh-huh. And how many play testers you have right now?
I couldn't tell you exactly. It's not a very large group,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know an exact number because like I said, I sent some stuff out and then there's enough in there to distribute a little bit, so I'm not sure exactly how many.
Yeah, and you can also ask the community, and that's what AC Foss said. There are a lot of people in the community that can help people
Yeah,
that want to see the game succeed. So yeah, we can do that. And then there's another question here, which is there a more formal rule book created?
okay, so on the rule book there, yeah, I've got a small copy of one here for myself, just a little mini copy,
Oh,
but
nice. Okay.
it still needs work graphically wise and everything, which is an issue because I did get a hold of somebody. I was supposed to hire them to create this. They had a game plan, and then I don't know what happened. I don't know if somebody else hired them out from under me or whatever for
Mm-hmm.
different work, and then I can't get a hold of them anymore. So I gotta try and get somebody new to finish the rule book there. But like I said, the rules are set, everything's done there. I just need to make it more visually pleasing.
All right. And tournaments. Are there
I've
any
got no
plans?
plans for tournaments
Not
right
yet.
now. No.
Yeah, because the product is not yet
Yeah.
out. So maybe we can talk about that after. And then have questions people ask about gameplay been answered, being answered?
If you know a few, you can answer. You can ask me now. I can answer. But like I said, I haven't been on Discord a lot because it gets so crazy on there, and I've got so many messages that are backed up on there. I just can't keep up with them anymore. And I've got an influx of emails coming in from not just Polywog but other things. And then I've got the Instagram. I set up Twitter recently. I've got so many things, and people are just slamming me with questions, and I can't get to it, and I can't answer everything. It's just it's stressful.
Yeah, I understand.
But
Uh,
if you want to get some questions together for gameplay and stuff, and one person start bringing me some stuff, I can try to get to it better. It's easier
mm,
that way. But for me to sit and try to dig through all the questions and
yeah,
everything, it could be days and days, and then it's a rabbit hole.
yeah. I think we gotta do this like this one because it's easier for you,
Yes,
just answering questions in just a few minutes, right? So we
yes,
can do this um, regularly. And then any changes to cards to adjust abilities if they're too OP or game breaking.
yeah. Like I just mentioned, there was a few that needed some changes, but not too many. And then yeah, there wasn't any really crazy changes. Nothing felt too overpowered. Everything was pretty balanced with the amount of cost you need for the really strong cards, and then some of the lower cost cards were balancing them out. So I think it was working out pretty well.
All right. Then Ace Foss regarding the the team, you have a hard time, answering questions. And AC Fost had posted, have you thought about hiring someone for PR?
Yes, I would like to, but like I said, right now with the state of things and getting advertising and everything, I've got I've got a lot of product to move, and I spent a lot of money on getting stuff made already. So money is still a big factor here.
Mm-hmm.
Once I get things moving a little better and get some more traction, like I mean, oh, you can't see it behind me. The screen's cut off. There's a huge stack of promo cards here that didn't sell. So it's just right now it's a matter of I want to hire, but it's a little tricky to do that
Yeah.
because financially we're still a very, very, very small card game, a very small organization. I'm trying to get the word out and spread the word. It's tough. Things aren't as easy as some people would think they are.
All right. Okay. So, or maybe people can help you pro bono, so you can just ask them. Maybe we can try with AC. I will talk about that with AC, and we can have like an announcement. Someone can help us with other things, so you will have lessen your burden about those answering questions and everything like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. There's a question here at Seawell. Sewell asked, one concern brought up occasionally and one I have myself is the team behind the game. Does one exist other than Kevin and artist yet? If not, what's being done to expand the team? Community source assistance is plentiful if need be, like it was for card checking, art card text checking. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like we just said, there's still mostly just me. I've got the artists, and then like I said, I mentioned many times I'm training a new employee to help out. So it's getting there, but it's still mostly just me at this point. Like Kundu does a lot for me also because um, he's got plenty of ideas. Me and him think very similarly. So me and him bounce ideas back and forth and talk about things. But business wise, everything is pretty much just me still.
Yeah, I guess the a little bit of issue here is the PR, like, talking to the community and
Yeah.
regular updates. So I guess that's the main concern here by from the community. So and the solution probably is like I have a comment here from Shadows, and I'm willing to help with PR as well. So yeah, so we have a great community and they can help us with this one with the PR, and they just need someone to lead, right?
Okay.
To lead them and put them in a specific work job or section in your Discord or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
So we can you can announce it in Discord after this one. Okay.
Yes.
Um, then we have from Procente. I have a big suggestion to create. Sorry. I have a big suggestion to create card characters, trainer, or catcher, Polywog. And what do you think about this?
Um, it gets tricky when people want to throw their ideas in because I get a lot of that actually, and it's
Uh-huh.
what makes it hard to go through emails and stuff because I actually have a lot of people sending me stuff like, "Hey, you should do this. You should make this. Here's
Mm-hmm.
an idea for a character," and they're good ideas. A lot of them are good ideas, but it gets hard because at that point, you know, whose ideas do I accept? Whose do I not accept?
Yeah,
Who gets credit? Who doesn't get credit?
correct.
Who technically owns the idea, me or this individual? So I like people's ideas and everything, but it's hard for me to accept them all the time. It's it's another one of those things where it's a tricky area, honestly.
Yeah,
I like
or
to listen to the ideas and I like to try to incorporate them if I can, but I try to not do that too much because then the people want so much credit, and then they if things pick up and then they see like, oh, this is doing really well, I deserve something for this. It's just it's hard. I want to accept everybody's ideas and use everything, but it's just I can't all the time.
Yeah, or what other TCGs do is that they have a form, and you will put the suggester, or the one who gave the suggestion will fill up the form, and it will just say that they can use it. The
It,
TCG
it yeah, it
company
pretty
will
much
use.
transfers your rights to the
Yeah, I don't know
design.
what's the term for that in legal, but there's
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
legally I don't know what it's called, but it's pretty much transferring the rights to that
Correct.
uh, entity essentially.
Yes. And yeah, and then Tyler Whitey said this is actually the concern of the communities that I told you. So he said that my question involves communication for the remainder of the KS release and first edition. Many people are upset with the lack of communication and would appreciate quick check-in and update on things Polywog every so often. I'm not sure if it needs to be said, but if there's bad news, for example, delays, we would rather hear that instead of being left in the dark. That being said, in what ways are you looking to improve communicating KS progress as well as other important things Polywog with the community?
Well, that's what we're doing here today.
Yeah,
So we got to do this for the update, and then like you said, because it is hard for me to keep up with all that stuff in Kickstarter and Instagram, Twitter, Gmail, everything. So hopefully we can schedule these more often and get that
yeah,
done, so we can talk about that more often.
and we
I'm
can,
busy right now.
and also we can have a delegation for that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and another Tyler YT, as it's my first time hearing Polywog was intended to be a mobile app, mobile friendly. What is the current status of this? Is there currently an app being developed to coincide with a physical TCG?
Not currently. No, there's no work being done on that. That is going to be an expensive front to explore because getting, like I said, all the artwork and stuff for the game's done. So designing that aspect will be nothing. But there's going to be a lot of coding and programming needed to work out
Yeah.
card mechanics because that's going to be. But yeah, there's no work being done on that right now. So in the future, hopefully, but right now, don't expect it anytime soon.
So we're mainly focused on the release of the KS
Yeah, we're
as
we're
of
working on
now.
a physical product right now.
Yeah. All right. So GGPRGG said, will the Kickstarter booster boxes have tamper-proof seals as well as future booster box sets?
I don't believe they're coming with tamper-proof seals. They are just going to be the regular cellophane sealed
Okay.
booster boxes. But I did talk to them about it. It was just going to be. It wasn't really something that they're used to doing. They don't do it for their other customers,
Mhm.
so it was just kind of a weird thing for them. If I had a different producer, maybe, but I do like the way they make the cards and everything. So I didn't want to have to try and switch manufacturers for a tamper-proof seal.
Mhm. And what would you say to those people that say that Polyog is an exact copy of Pokemon?
I would say that they are pretty wrong. I know some of the characters do have similar aspects, fit or uh, the way they look, kind of, but that is just like an art style. And Pokemon doesn't own the art style, so they can look similar like that, but they're way different. The card game plays way differently. Um, the world of it is just different, and I don't know. There's just so many differences. It's hard to. I don't feel it's similar. It looks sort of similar, which is kind of part of a design aspect to kind of help people like it, because the art style, it's kind of pleasing to me. It's pleasing to me anyway, and I know a lot of people said they really like the art style. So Pokemon's on something with the art style, so we try to stick.
Hmm.
It's hard to explain. I'm not copying an art style, but I like the art style, so we're trying to do something sort of similar. But that's sort of the only similarity there. The gameplay is entirely different.
Yeah, I guess I don't see it similar, but because there's the template, the game itself, the characters, yeah, so it's a little bit different from it's a different game
Yeah.
from Pokemon. So and that's we'll go to that second question of this one is from GGPRGG. What would you say to people who think Polywog is only going to be based off of one character, a frog example, or that it's only based on amphibians, on water, and that you can't expand beyond that concept?
Well, I would say they are wrong. The first set is it would be okay. That would be correct for the first set. It is entirely based off of amphibians, and you'll see like everything's derived from sort of amphibian with the axolotl-based creatures and the frogs and a couple other different types of things in there. But set two, I've already released some images. You can see that there are some fish. There's a crab design that just got done. There's a crayfish, and then expanding. There's a shark that was released soon or shown off recently, and then I do have plans for. Actually, I don't know if I can share my screen real quick. I'll show you this one thing here.
I don't
Host.
think we can share that.
Nope, we can't share the
I
screen.
have it formatted here. We can talk about that in the next.
But there's a elemental type of duck being worked on, which AC Faust created for me here. So that's going to be coming up pretty soon. Let me take a look real quick so I can just talk about it.
Mm,
Um, like most creatures will have the elemental rare version where you can find the extremely rare version where it's different. But this new duck creature that's going to come out after, like maybe between sets two and three or so, it's going to be its own little mini set, and it's which addresses another question later on. It's going to be like a subset between main booster boxes, but it can be seen in every form, and it's going to have a regular form. Sort of, I don't want to make too many comparisons, but you can use the basic duck and changed elements in the game. So it's not
mm-hmm,
just like I have the electric version of this duck. It's this, but in game you should have an. There's gonna be a card you can use to change it to.
mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna dive too deep into it. We're getting too far here.
oh yeah, yeah. Because you can actually it's in the pond and then you can expand it to the forest. You can expand it to the ocean. There's a lot of things to imagine, to design, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's
Well, I mean,
amazing that
in the same set, this card you're gonna be able to see this duck creature in the same set. Like, say it's a subset of 70 cards. The whole set is going to be the duck in every element available at the time, like water, grass, shadow. So they're all going to be there.
hmm
And it's just going to be different play styles of the same. You can build a deck of the same creature in every form if you wanted to.
Nice, nice. And that's what Kunzu said. I can tell you, I know for a fact that they are not only frogs. Big things are coming.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. And then another one is there going to be or is there already a reserve list for Polywog to protect investors? Example being cold foils for flesh and blood, etc., or artwork that won't be reprinted and only seen once.
Yes, which I just released recently. I think I don't know if I showed it off on Instagram or Twitter yet, but the mention today in GTC cards might bring it up. It's going to be, I don't know if he has time to fit it in there, but the Kickstarter set has a secret rare um, toadstool card. It's a full art. It shows like this giant mushroom with like poison clouds, and it's got a
Mm,
squirtle standing on top of it. If anybody hasn't seen it yet, but the public release will also have the secret rare card, but it's only half art, half full art. It's like extended version, and it's the same mushroom, but Squirtle is missing, so there's no Squirtle on it. So there are going to be some art differences and some cards that appear only in the Kickstarter set, that's a big one. I think that one's going to be pretty popular.
hmm
So that one's going to be Kickstarter only, and then there's going to be a couple others that will be removed as well. So like the ultra rares, there's four of them that connect art; those won't be there. So there are some things that are going to help investors with the Kickstarter set keep some value in some cards that will not be released again.
Okay. Then Geno said, how long will the booster box? How long will the boosters on the site will be available to purchase?
The current plan was until the 10th. I did announce that the other day on Instagram, I think maybe even Twitter, um, that the planned pre-sale of those is supposed to be taken down on the 10th. Excuse me. And he's also going to mention that today on YouTube um, on GTC cards.
hmm we will see different alien worlds in the lore, being that an asteroid caused all these mutations from GGPRGG.
Yes, I don't want to. mention too much and get
Yeah.
and maybe spoil things for the future. But I will say there are some hints in some of the cards for like Polytalks. And okay, the Gutad line, I will mention a little bit here. I don't want to go too deep, but I'll try to mention a little bit without going too deep. I know sometimes I just get off and start talking. But if you look at the Gutad line, they've got little like lines and drawings all over them. They're like highlighted, they're glowing. And Polytalks, if you look in the background of a lot of his arts, you'll see portals being opened up. So that's all I'm going to say there. Things are planned, things are happening. The meteor did come to Earth on purpose. It was not some chance that happened. So the mutations are um, sort of intentional.
All right. We have 8 minutes to go.
Okay.
So, we can just read this one's another one. Do we have any updates on the comic books?
All the art is finished. It's just a matter of finding the printer and everything right now. So it's coming. It's everything's ready. I just got to get it printed and do that stuff. So, but I don't have the printer set up yet, so I don't have an exact update on that right now.
Mm-hmm. What is the official exact number of KS booster box produced?
Okay, so like I said, we're going to print those in a few waves to get them out and everything. It is 3,000. We're going to be producing 3,000 of those. That should cover all the orders, take care of everybody there, and then also leave a few left over in case there's damage done or shipments somehow get lost or anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
because that has happened in the past. Shipping to other countries, sometimes something happens, then you got to replace an order. But that should take care of everything and leave a few extras. And if there are extras left over, I do have them. I will probably offer them up because I don't want to sit on those, and because that's also an I don't want to be hoarding something, hoping for it, and people thinking I'm keeping it to resell in the future if the price goes up. So I'm going to try and get rid of all of them. Maybe keep a couple for personal collection because it is the first set ever. But I'm going to try and get rid of all of them. So whatever's left over after I ship everything, I'm probably going to put up for sale at regular price.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are there going to be supplemental sets in between full booster box set
Yeah,
releases? For example, Crucible of War in Flesh and Blood.
yes, I do plan on doing something like that, like I announced with the duck set. Hopefully, I'm going to have a small set focused around just that and
Mm-hmm.
playing with those type of things. And yes, I do plan on that.
Okay, we have a question here in YouTube. One Piece TCG to 2022 band trading card. Does Polywog card price will be post on TCG Player after the booster box delivery to
That
everyone? Oh
I
yeah, there.
that I do not know. I probably have to reach out to them to see if I can get them on there, which I will do. Let me make a note here. I do need to do that. I'm not sure how to get on TCG Player. I'm not sure if that's something they decide or if me, but I will contact them.
What I think is sellers can just post it there.
I can sell on TCG Player. I have an
No?
account, but you cannot add anything new unless it's already approved by them.
Ah,
So
okay, got it. Then what's this? From One Piece TCG is the promo card of Polywog TCG is the sample card of difference
if he's
or
talking about the test cards, those are marked differently set number wise, but they will be the same art in the set. Mostly, some of them are extended, but they won't be extended in the set, so they're close.
okay. Um, do you monitor the secondary market?
I do not.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Being that failure rate is high for upcoming TCGs and CCGs, do you have any plans that will keep Polywog out of this trend?
Um, I'm just trying my best to get it out there. There's really no way you can plan to not fail. You just got to just try to not fail. I mean, I think that's the best I can answer that question. Really, it's just do your best, try to get it out
Yeah.
there. Hope people like it. Hopefully, you got a good product. There's really not much you can do there.
Mm-hmm. Then Vegas Collector Polywog, Vegas Collector Polywog Booster Box versus KS Box. Is Booster Box a smaller print run as of now?
The the Kickstarter set smaller? Is that what he's
Maybe
asking?
maybe he's asking about is booster box a smaller print run as of now? Maybe the KS because we have no booster box yet, right?
Yeah,
Or
I'm
the
not
first
entirely sure what he
edition.
means. If
Probably
what he's
first
asking,
edition and KS. Yeah, I think that comparison.
well, the Kickstarter set should definitely be smaller, but like I said, sales are slow right now for the main set. I'm trying to get the word out there and get them, but the sales for pre-orders have been pretty slow right now. And an issue I've had with that is I have reached out to a couple of distributors trying to get them in there, but like the previous question mentioned, the TCG fail rate and stuff. I had a couple that were interested in carrying Polywog, and then late last year, got back to them this year. They're like, there's so many new TCGs we picked up. It's not smart for us to carry anymore. So they're starting to turn down new TCGs. So it's hard for me to get in with big distributors right now. I'm trying. I've talked
Mm-hmm.
to a couple. I'm still reaching out to a few more, but that's hard. But yeah, the Kickstarter set should be smaller than the main set when it comes out. But like I said, sales are a little slow right now. Plus, the difference being the Kickstarter set will never be printed again. If I have to do a secondary print of the main set, I will do so, but they will be printed at the bottom of the card saying reprint or print two, something like that.
Okay.
That way, there's something for collectors. They can tell the difference.
So there's no fixed number of print runs, right?
No.
Okay. How do you plan on financing Polywog from here on?
Well, it's hopefully sales pick up good and they carry the game itself that way. Otherwise, there's going to be probably need to reach out to banks and stuff for financing, but hopefully it can be self-sustained once sales are good and everything. That I can hire a good team and everything picks up. And but right now it's just self-sustained.
Okay. Would you sell Polywog to a big company or will Polywog remain in your control?
I will try my absolute best to keep it in my own control. I do not want a company taking this and flipping it and turning it into something it shouldn't be.
Okay. And we have last minute now. Please tell the community about the things that's going on in your end, and also what do you want to say to the community?
First, let me just say thanks. I know we're running out of time here. So just thanks for stopping by and watching. I know it's hard for me to keep you guys all up to date because it's hard, like I mentioned. But thanks for the support and continued following Polywog. I'm working on getting a lot of stuff out. If I could have shared images, I'd have showed you guys a bunch of stuff from set two. But I will release a few, tease some stuff. There's a lot of plans going on. Things are still moving. Um, I'm working my hardest to get everything out there and moving. Things are coming. Like I said, Easter set should be here any day now, and then Kickstarter set, and then the main set, and then I'll follow up and let you guys know what's going on. Not too long after that.
All right. Thank you so much, Kevin, for your time. And guys, thank you for the great questions. And please support. Please um, promote Polywog in your LGS near you. All right. And then
Thank
see
you.
you in the next Q&A and in my other videos. Bye, guys. Thank you, Kevin.
See ya.
Thank you so
Have a good
much.
day.
Bye.